what would it feel like to experience everything around you as beautiful, as fulfilling in and of itself just by the very fact of being there? You might think that that would be incredible, but the problem is that you are actually actively hindering this from happening. It might not seem like that, but there is a part of you that doesn't want this to happen. Well, when I say that, you say like, whoa. You might be talking about other people, but I actually do want to experience fulfillment and bliss and peacefulness and unity with everything. And I say, no, you don't. And I'll explain why. And I'm not picking on you saying you're dumb for not doing this. I'm going to try to explain why we're actually sabotaging our way of experiencing the world because we want to feel special, because we want to feel different and separate. So, as an example, I had this on the guided meditation yesterday evening when someone was talking about how they were feeling anxious and there was these difficult experiences that came up. And I was explaining that this cup, I got this from my children for my birthday, and it's special. This is like how they view themselves. My son says this is him and my daughter says this is her. So when I look upon this cup, I can go, ooh, this is special to me. This is a cup that my children gave me for my birthday, and they choose it themselves, and there's a story around it, and it is beautiful. If instead I take this thing here, these are tools. These are, I'm not actually sure of the English name of them, but these are like wrenches that I can turn knobs with. And there's nothing special about this. It's dirty, it's old, it's actually quite, when I hold it, I get like stuff on me. And it's not the same thing as when I look at this beautiful cup that my children gave me. So I have a different feeling towards this than I have towards this. When I view this one, I have the feeling of this is special, this is nice, because it means something to me. I got this from my children. This is something that I feel special about. This one, I don't really have that. I mean, I could have that. This could have been my father's last tool that he used every day to repair his bike with. I don't know, something like that. And it could have been special as well. So we create this feeling of things being separate from us or different. And we have an emotional relationship to them. And we value these very highly. We actually think that's what makes up the self. Because when we try to solve this, we try to go into like the Buddhist ideas that, don't be attached. So we say, okay, I'm not attached to this. This is nothing special. I'm not caring about this. It's nothing I should be holding on to. If it breaks, like I shouldn't care. But there's still the problem that I am here and I'm having a feeling towards this. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm not attached to it. That's also a sense of self within that feeling of having a relationship with this cup. So many then after that, they say, okay, you know what? I get it. It's non-duality. I am everything. I am the cup, so it doesn't matter if it breaks or not, because I am the cup, so I am part of this cup. The problem with that is that now you just shifted. Instead of saying, I am here, you are now everything, so you will feel bad. Maybe not because of the cup, but if something else happens to someone else, you will feel bad because you're now identifying with that. And what I wanted to get to with that is that if you've actually experienced what it's like to see everything as beautiful, to see what I call this non-centric state, meaning there is no center, a non-centric state. It's similar to non-duality because I think in non-dual states in the beginning of non-centricness is quite similar. You don't experience that I am here and you are there. You just experience everything being there and it's peaceful. You look around you and you go like, wow, look at this. It's so beautiful and it's so incredible to feel this, and it just feels really nice to be touched like this. And you look around you and you pick up this one and it's like, oh, look at that. Look at the reflection, the lights, everything is just beautiful and fulfilling of itself. There's no difference between looking at this one and this one. This one is equally beautiful as this one. So what did I do? I dropped the feeling I have towards this. It's not that I made everything special. It's the idea of special and different doesn't apply. And I didn't do that by trying to convince myself that, I am everything. No, I did that in a very specific way, which is scary to do because it touches you, your sense of self. The sense of self, I think, is a much better term than using like the ego or something like that, because the sense of self is where you feel that you exist. And where you feel that you exist, if you look at this, is in this relationship here, in this feeling. I actually don't use the word feeling, I use the word distortion. Because what happens is I distort my perception of this cup. So I'm actually, even if I like this cup, I'm not really seeing it because I'm seeing a distorted view. It's like your senses almost get hazy and muddled. You're not seeing clearly. But when that drops away, all of a sudden you feel like, whoa, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at the shape, the texture, the color, how it curves. This is so smooth and it's so nice to feel. It's not the story behind it, oh, my children gave this to me. No, it's just how it is. But it's equally the same with this. Wow, look at this. It's beautiful. Look at this is, we say matte in Sweden. It's not opposite of being glossy. I'm not sure of that word right now. And I can feel that. I can look at it. Oh, look at all the little beautiful scrapes here and the fat that's on it. And there's all these little particles, dust that's on it. So you're able to see things without the distortion of having a relationship to it. And as I said before, the mistake we make is that we try to take away the specialness by saying, oh, it's not special, I'm not caring about it. That's just going to create another distortion towards something because now you're saying it's not that. The way you resolve this is so simple that it's difficult to do. You just feel it. We are so afraid of our feelings while we're feeling that we keep pushing things away or we take action. So we hold on to things because of what we feel instead of not resisting our feelings, just letting them come up. And they will just come up and wash over and then they're gone. And then if you keep doing that, eventually you will be able to see the beauty in this. It's not that you're denying your feelings. It's not that you're pushing them down or trying to transmute them into some other energy. You're actually allowing yourself to experience your reality right now and what you're feeling without being afraid. It's just a feeling. It's just a distortion. It's okay. We can feel that. It's not going to hurt us. But it takes practice. And it's difficult, especially in the beginning, to change your perspective on how you relate to the world because we're so used to having this, oh, I need to feel this when I see that thing. Otherwise, I will just sit still. And yeah, maybe you will actually sit still more than you do now because there's no reason to run around like a lunatic trying to do everything in the world. Like you're equally fine sitting here watching the wall as you are going to see something out in nature. That doesn't mean you wouldn't go out into nature because it's beautiful in nature. But it means that there's not the feeling I am not okay here because I'm looking at a wall. But if I go outside and look at the trees, then I will feel happier. That thing kind of disappears. I think a thing that makes this even more confusing is how we have this thing that many people think is their problem, which is their monkey mind. This thing like rah, 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 constantly, rah, rah, rah. Oh no, I shouldn't be sitting here watching the wall. I should be out in the forest and looking, rah, rah, rah. This constantly going on. And your thoughts aren't really what you think they are. And there's there's a problem with how we approach thoughts. I made a video here where you can hear more about how you don't actually have to stop your monkey mind, but there is something else contained within your thoughts that you should look upon.